Yep. You gotta be careful, mate.
Save the unborn. Save the unborn.
Be careful where you are. Hello.
Hey, do you want to do a video?
No. Don't mind being on Facebook Live?
No, I don't mind. I'm honoured to be on Facebook Live. Hello, whoever's watching. It's really exciting. There's a lot of people here. It's gonna be a big day, I think.
Yeah.
The energy is good, and the weather is good, and there's a lot of really hopeful people here who are here to love babies and to fight for what is right. So we're very excited for a good turnout, and we're praying that this law is actually going to change.
Yeah, so it'll be good.
Thank you to everyone who's watching, your supporting, your prayers. Oh, hi. We're actually going to Melbourne. Yay. What is your over
Everyone that's here. Hey, mate.
Let's ask each other. Anna, how are you feeling right now? Are you proud of me?
Wait.
Turning out to be such a big child already. How have you started?
That's so good. Thank you.
And there's going to be a so many more. Wow, my skin like
Come on.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, he's got one.
Yeah, trust in the Lord.
Hey, you have to give one away. Save one, give one.
Yeah.
You don't want one? You want one?
No, thank you.
And the balloons. There you go.
Huh? What's that? From the Lord. From the Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh, good. I'll have a read of that.
Trust in the Lord.
You're organised?
Yep. Don't have to worry about the vlog stick now. Got the rallies.
It's good. The whole it's all going one thing.
Yeah. No, that's to represent boys and girls. There and the balloons there.
I want a boy balloon.
Here we go. Oh, some are already going away.
Can I release? I want to release the balloon.
No, that's for later, mate.
So with each balloon going, he's less likely to take off himself.
Yeah, for boys and girls. Yeah, for boy and girl. So the babies that have lost. Make room so you can get in. Yeah, that's right. That's a little bit so you can get in here. I was going to go up on the stairs for a minute. Oh, sorry. So everybody can see how many people we've got here.
Hello, everyone.
There she is.
Hey,
Hmm?
I can probably get one.
Yeah.
Pick
No.
one. Mom's not fair. Mommy's not being fair.
No, that's to represent all the babies. Okay?
Or even as they
I like your camera holder.
Yeah.
Very
I'm
clever.
live on Facebook at the moment, so.
Sorry?
I said I'm live on Facebook at the moment.
Right.
So might as well get it out there what the government have been doing
Yeah.
and trying to hide it and cover it up.
just towards the numbers. Red numbers, so number 17.
Get your little get up. I need that.
Sheen.
No.
Yeah. And it comes with the one for the head as well.
Wow, what do you type in to get that?
I just put body camera holder.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, thanks.
It's alright. Yeah, it costs-
Yeah, it is a good idea.
it's only $13.
Wow.
That was the head as well.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know, you see some of the cyclists riding around, you can see what they've that's what they've got on their head. Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
It's alright.
I thought that would keep it quite stable.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about the giant vlog
vlog
stick. Yeah.
I guess the trick is what I find is like pull the top out and push the top in almost.
So what does he say?
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. It won't. Just they're doing a live cross, so yeah.
Okay. Alright, well I'm going to move for a little bit.
You want to be on live TV?
Ashton. Right. So she's live up there at the moment. Yes, there's a lot of people here today. It's good. More the better. Get the message out there, what they're doing. Now they're trying to cover it up.
Yeah, I finally got my balloon.
Yeah.
And it's a boy.
It's alright.
I wish I was on
No,
live
they're
TV.
just there for now because she's. So that's like a backdrop for when she's talking on live. So, because she's talking to the media. Hang on. No, that's for another little boy.
I'm in the background. I finally got my balloon, everyone. Oh yeah. I finally have it. Yeah. See you guys.
Yes.
Make me jump higher. How many does it say? How many balloons does it take? Because I've got to challenge her them. Yeah. Alright. How many balloons does it take to make people jump higher? Jump at.
Right, here we go.
My turn.
No, that would be in people's way. Aww.
I want to be on.
Yeah, well, he wants to take pictures. We'll bind you.
I didn't want to. I wanted to be live in live TV.
Never happen. What? You have to be on live TV.
There goes another one.
I'm just looking on TV.
Yeah.
That's a full kit for 26.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
This one's 26, but it comes with stars.
Other stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that is true.
Yeah, and old generation.
Ashton, it's going to be passed around. Ashton, it can be passed around. Be passed around.
Blood on their hands. I got blood on their hands.
Yes.
They asked Dr Joanna Howe's husband, they asked him, he said, you know, oh, they'll see it.
Yeah.
I was told to come down here. I've organised it. So I'll fulfill their wishes. Am I in your way? And if I'm in your way, let me know. I'll keep moving. I'll fly.
And a few more in here now.
That's true.
Yes, Ash. Just put your penny in my bag. Hang on.
Thanks, Mum.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I'm in your way.
Yeah, that's all right.
Really, oh, yeah, what?
I'm like,
That's okay. Give me a hard knock.
Hey!
and some more balloons.
Okay, one blue one, and so they had to release so many.
I'm gonna put this on in my pocket.
All right, put them in your pocket then. Oh, hang on. Put them in the bag.
Yeah, that's better. And I'm gonna sit over there, alright?
I'm going to sit up on the stairs.
Yeah.
Sir, could you take a photograph of me?
Yes.
Take as few if you like. No, you're right. The white button's down the bottom.
Yeah, that's it.
Frame me up or whatever. Tell me, is that good?
Yeah.
Take several. That's it.
They turn out.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you for your show.
That's one of the most useful technologies I've done in the past 20 years. You can take a photo and then see if it turns out. I'm sort of honest, remember, you can take, they had to take film. We had to take
Tell me where the
Going
hole
up.
shines, okay?
Yeah.
That's okay. Technology. Where are you from?
Joanna.
From where?
Ashton.
Oh, lovely Joanna. I printed both these. Black and white's my artwork. And the Charlie Kirk meme is 100% correct. Fact check, verbatim.
There are more coming.
Hey? I'm just feeling a bit squashed. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking you now.
You're blocking each other.
I'm blocking you now. I was like, then I was getting a bit squashed.
You move a bit forward.
Sorry, I just want to make sure.
That's right.
But you're right, yeah.
That was the last. He had a last minute to say no.
Yes, he did. And he chose to do it.
He goes therefore.
Yes.
If he had always said he was going to do it,
Then that would have been a different story.
he still would have been paid.
Exactly.
He always thinks on Steve. Or in Steve, he was on the left. I'm going to go with Steve. He was on both.
Yeah.
Ashton, come and sit down on the steps.
Hello, Adelaide! It is so good to be back! They thought that if they didn't pass that bill to save third trimester babies, that we would be gone. But are we gone?
No!
Are we ever going to go away?
No!
Because we are here to fight for the babies and the tragedy.
Yep.
The tragedy of the fact that that bill last year failed by one vote is that we have more babies here represented today that I don't even know how to put it in words. There are more babies who are not here today because that bill didn't pass. You know, I saw someone who had a sign that said blood on their hands, and you know, you're right, mate. You are right. These politicians have blood on their hands because the job of a politician is to pass laws to protect the vulnerable. Their job is to protect the weak. Their job is to stand up for those who cannot stand for themselves. That's why we have a system of justice. It's why we have laws. It's why they make laws. I've heard some very misguided, evil people say that politicians have no place in this, that this is between a woman and her doctor and politicians shouldn't get involved. But that is so wrong because the role of a politician is to stand up for justice and to make laws. So when they say, you know, when the Attorney General, Kim Ma, who's in charge of the justice system, says, a woman's body, a woman's choice, I say to Kim Ma, be a man and stand up. I say stop abdicating your responsibility to stand up for the babies of this state. Last year there were 45 healthy, viable babies that we were speaking up for. 45 healthy babies who had their heart injected with poison. Today there are 79. There are 79 babies. Last year it was 45. This year it's 79. If they don't pass this bill, we will be over 100 healthy, viable babies injected in the heart with poison because this place hasn't passed a law to protect them. And in this state, Premier Peter Malinauskas, the buck stops with him, doesn't it? It is under his watch that these 79 babies have had their hearts injected with poison and been delivered dead. He says he's a Christian. He says that he's over woke politics. Well, where is he now standing up for the babies of this state? Where is Peter Malinauskas? And where is Vincent Tarzia? Where is he? Where is it? Vincent Tarzia and Peter Malinauskas both claim to be Christian. They both claim to stand for justice, and yet when we've got babies who are healthy, who are viable, they are up to birth. But I see so many of you here are women. I can see so many women in this crowd who are saying, we want genuine health care. We want proper support. We don't want to be funneled into abortion. And today Sarah gave a woman, and I know it's controversial today to work out who's a woman and who's not, right? That's a question that stumps a lot of people, but it's actually just pretty simple. But Sarah, a woman, is introducing her bill as we speak. So as this rally is going on, she will be introducing her bill and standing up for the rights of women. Sarah from the chamber to hear us out here. So I'm going to yell, Sarah, you're going to yell Gabe, because that's her last name, and we're going to chant it so loudly so that the people in this place hear us. Are you ready? Yeah! Sarah! Gabe! 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 Because we don't want politicians who don't stand for anything. We don't want politicians who care more about their paycheck and power. We want politicians who stand for doing good. We are sick of the other type. We are so sick of the other type. And when they say that it's not pro-women, I want to just give them a really clear message here right now that it is. So I'm going to ask the men in the audience to be silent. So men, I'm going to get you a snippet. And I just want to hear from the women. Because when I say Sarah's bill is pro-women, I want you to yell your lungs out so that everybody knows. Sarah Gabe's bill to protect babies after 23 weeks up until birth is pro-women. And he travelled from Mildura to be here today. He's a tradie, came with his mates. And I asked him, why did you come? And he said, I've got 9 grandchildren, but only 8 were allowed to be born. One of them is not here, and I'm here at this rally for them. So I want to say to the men in this crowd, you are often told that you have to shut up because you don't have a uterus. And I say, that is BS, because you create babies too. It takes a man and a woman to make a baby. Right? But men have a voice in this too. And we are passionate about men stepping up and protecting these babies. So women, I know that we find it hard to zip it, but the men did a really good job. So I'm going to ask the blokes in the crowd, are you ready to stand up for the babies? And when I say that, I want you to show us your masculine energy, that you are strong and you're here for the babies. You're here for the mums and you want more. Men of South Australia, are you here for the babies and the mums? Yeah! From Women's Forum Australia. They're a fantastic organisation. Women's Forum Australia stands up for the rights of women, and they have been attacked for this because the feminazis hate the fact that they're telling the truth, that abortion is not in the best interest of women. Can we please welcome Steph Bastian?
Well, it's been less than a year since we all gathered here for a pro-life bill, and it is so good to see the streets once again filled with courage and hope standing for life here today in support of Sarah Gabe's bill. I just want to call out Tammy Franks for having Because as we know, this is not about politics, it is about truth, and it is about life. And today I want to talk about the very real harms of late-term abortion to women. Late-term abortion not only ends the life of an unborn child, it places women in grave risk. By 23 weeks, the procedure is invasive, traumatic, and far more dangerous, with higher rates of hemorrhaging, infection, uterine damage, and even infertility. In some tragic cases, women have died. But the harms go much deeper. Many women undergoing late-term abortion do so under intense pressure from family, from a partner, and even the medical profession. In times of hardship or mental health struggles, they are told they have no choice, or that abortion is a good choice, instead of being offered compassion, perinatal support, counselling, or practical help. Yet afterwards, they are left with the grief, regret, depression, anxiety, and often years of silent suffering. That is not empowerment, it is abandonment. One of our culture's greatest lies to women is that they need abortion. We can offer better solutions to women in crisis than intentionally turning them into the mothers of stillborn children. At its core, late-term abortion betrays women. It tells them their strength is inadequate and that motherhood is disposable, while dismissing the great grief that follows. Women deserve better care, better support, and better recognition of their dignity as mothers. So today, as we stand with Sarah Game, I urge you to support this bill that will protect women and babies from late-term abortion after 23 weeks. In every way you can, not only for the unborn lives who are ended, but for the women who carry the wounds of abortion for the rest of their lives. Let's continue to build a culture of genuine compassion, one that surrounds women in crisis with hope, support, and the assurance that their lives and the lives of their babies are precious. Because the truth is this: late-term abortion doesn't solve women's problems. It creates more. And women and babies deserve better.
In some breaking news, Sarah Game has just introduced her bill to protect the babies. I reckon we need to do the tune again. When I say Sarah, you say Game. Sarah! Can we please welcome the amazing Sarah Game?
Thank you so much to every individual person who's come out to show their support for this bill. So I was asked earlier today, why are you so passionate about this bill? And I thought to myself, what do you mean? Like, the South Australians are passionate about this bill. And you've come out and you've shown this. This isn't about my passion, this is about the passion of every decent South Australian. Obviously, I want to thank Jo. She's a powerhouse, and she just gets on with it, and that's amazing. I just want to say as well, this does not require any bravery, and obviously I feel, thank you so much for, your support, but this is just a decent thing to do. This is an easy thing to do. I feel totally impenetrable. There's nothing anyone can say to me that would make me feel rattled about doing a bill like this. Every baby has a right to live. I'm pro-life from conception. But we have to start somewhere. And I just want to thank everyone. Look, my body, my choice. I hate that phrase. What about the rights of the baby? What about the rights of the baby? What about the rights of the coming out here today, no decent person can have a problem with this bill. And I want them exposed. Anyone against this bill.
Hi everyone. So, when I was in year 12, I was 17 when I found out I was pregnant. There was a millisecond of happiness that was drowned out by a million fears and worries. Sean told me that he would support me in whatever I chose to do, but if I chose to keep the baby, that it would destroy his life. Everyone that we did tell encouraged abortion as the best option. Even my GP only gave me information on abortion when I went in to confirm my pregnancy. I felt so alone and isolated. And looking back, what I really needed was for someone to tell me congratulations, to show me the many pregnancy help resources that we have for women facing unplanned pregnancies, to tell me that I could do it, that I could have my baby, that it would be really, really hard, but that I could do hard things, and have the belief in me that I didn't have back then. The day of the abortion was so awful, and when I woke up from surgery, I was instantly sobbing because I knew I had lost something that day that I would never be able to get back, my baby. And I regretted it instantly, and I knew deep down that it wasn't a clump of cells like we had been led to believe. The abortion shattered me and catapulted me into a spiral of binge drinking, blacking out, and being suicidal and having severe depression, and it tore Sean and I apart for a couple of years. And even now, 8 years later, it's still something that I have to live with every single day. And I now have 2 young children with another one on the way. And as hard as motherhood is, and it is so hard, I'm not downplaying that at all, it is so worth it because I have my babies and I get to hold them and hug them and tell them that I love them every day, and they hug me back. But I will never get to hold my first baby.
I'm not happy.
And my story is not a rare story. And I think we need to stop lying to women that abortion is the solution and give them real options.
In no way is abortion a quick or easy solution. Society sells abortion as a way to help people in hard circumstances. It says that the only way that you're going to be able to have the life that you have now or the future that you want is that you need to have an abortion. That's a lie. That's wrong. My biggest fear is that I'll be stuck in a job that I hated, that I'll resent Simone, and that fear drove me to listen to an easy way out. I said the worst thing that I could have said to Simone. At the end of the day, it's your decision. This put all of the pressure on Simone, and I let that lie, that my baby was just a bunch of cells, allow me not to feel guilty, allow me not to feel anything at all. This fear. Do you not think that it would be better if we lived in a society that uplifted and upheld families, that instead of offering parents a way to end the life of their child, that we should be supporting families, congratulating them. We should be helping these people. This fear drove me to listen to, it was all a lie. I ended up being in the same job. I now run my own business. I married the love of my life, and I have 2 beautiful children. I can't see having one early would have changed any of that. None of it. All abortion does is take people in and spit them out with regret and leaves them worse off. Because deep down, you know that it is your baby. You know that you shouldn't have the abortion. But society has dehumanized these humans in the womb. They have taught us that they are not worthy of human value. But they are human and they are worthy. They are worthy. This is the biggest fear. This is the biggest regret that I live with. And I desperately wish that I could go back and be the man that my girlfriend and baby needed me to be, but I can't. Abortion does not solve problems. It just sends you back to where you were with deeper hurt and a dead child. Don't let society's fear rob you of something that will stay with you for the rest of your life. People deserve real support, not doubt and discouragement. Being human should be enough, and it is enough, and they are human and they are worthy.
So, I think we are here because we know that this just can't go on. We know that we have walked down a road that if we keep going down it, we honestly don't know where we end up. Because we actually live in a country which says that a baby has no human rights protection through all 40 weeks of pregnancy. We live in a country that says that a baby can be aborted right up until birth, no questions asked. And they tell us that doctors want to do this, but I don't believe them. The Advertiser had a story just last week and they quoted 2 pro-abortion doctors. And they said doctors are against Sarah's bill, but they only quoted 2 doctors, and that GP group had not polled its membership. And in fact, the only poll that we have of doctors is that less than 10% registered to kill babies at under 9 weeks. So to prescribe the abortion pill, you used to have to register, and less than 10% of GPs wanted to do that. And so I wager that out of the thousands of doctors in this country who went into medicine to heal, to restore, to save life, I wager that doctors don't want to do this. I don't believe the Advertiser. I don't believe their headline. Do you believe the Advertiser? No! You know, last year, guys, get this. Last year we had this rally, and look at the people around, and the Advertiser published in its paper that 120 people turned up. What a joke, hey? And they expect us to trust the mainstream media. Do you trust the media? I don't trust the media. I saw a story on Channel 7's Facebook tonight, which was talking about Sarah Gainesville, and it said that late-term abortions are extraordinarily rare, but they never say the numbers. They say, oh, late-term abortions are rare, as if, oh, well, who really cares because they're rare. They are not rare when 79 babies have their hearts injected with poison. I don't think that's rare. Do you think that's rare? No. Chris Picton, the Minister for Health, Chris Picton is meant to care about health in this state. And do you know what he said last year? He
babies here is what they wanted to do to your sister when I was pregnant with her.
After 28 weeks. He said less than 5. And we would stop caring because it was less than 5. It can be 1.
The worst is
Listening to her mother's voice, sucking her thumb, hiccuping, tasting her mother's food, responding to light and sound. It could be 1 baby who, in a sudden moment of sheer brutality, has her heart injected with poison, creating searing agony, excruciating pain. That injection is filled with potassium chloride. And when they give that to prisoners on death row, they sedate them first. But do they do that to the babies?
No.
In South Australia, did these 79 babies get pain relief before they were brutally killed? They didn't. They didn't. We didn't sedate them. We didn't. You know what they do? If they do anything, they actually paralyze them so that they can't move. So imagine the brutality and the monsters who do that. They see a live baby on an ultrasound. And a doctor goes in, looking at that live baby on the ultrasound. And because they want to make sure that they get the baby's heart and not the mother's heart, they paralyze that baby so that that baby can't move. That baby can feel. That baby can experience. And so that baby is injected with poison and they're in excruciating pain, but they can't even scream out because of the paralysis. It's just so barbaric.
Yeah.
I want the media to tell that story, but they're not telling that story, are they?
No.
They don't talk about this. And that's why we have to. In the last week, the world has been heartbroken by the death of Charlie Kirk. He was a man who showed us what courage looks like, wasn't he? Hit piece, the media did hit piece after hit piece. They tried to destroy his life, they called him a liar, they banned him from places. People were literally doing marches and chants calling for his death, speaking of him in this way. And what did Charlie do? He did not count the cost. He kept going, didn't he? He kept going. He showed what courage looks like. At 14, he was at a Republican convention pitching this idea of creating a movement. At 18, he started that movement, Turning Point USA. And then for the next 12 years, he went around the country. Do you know he didn't even have a kitchen in his home until he married Erica? Because he travelled day and night, always on the road, speaking to people about the babies, about justice, about what's right, about good versus evil. Charlie showed that you don't have to be a politician or a celebrity. You just can be one of us. You can be just an ordinary person who decides, I want to change things. And so here tonight, we don't have 120, we have thousands. And we are standing here tonight because we say we want to change things. Are you ready to change things?
Can I go up there and say something?
Injustices in human history. It didn't take William Wilberforce one go to end slavery. It took William Wilberforce over 20 years. He introduced bill after bill. Do you know, in some years, he actually introduced the bill twice. The bill would get rejected and he'd come straight back in and introduce another bill. That's how much he wanted to end slavery. And so when the Premier says, oh, well, we've already dealt with the question of abortion a few times, I say to him, you haven't dealt with it. There are still babies being killed. In fact, 5,000 in this state every year. This is not dealt with until every baby is saved. We are here today for the 79, but we want full legal protection for all babies in the womb. Is that right? We want equal politicians didn't even give them time of day. The media did hit piece after hit piece and said this was never going to happen. It's just a bunch of emotional women. But you know what? They fought, they kept fighting, they introduced bill after bill, and after 9 years, South Australia became the first place in the world where women could vote and stand in Parliament. And so, we see from Charlie Kirk, we see from William Wilberforce, we see from these women, and I'm going to tell you one more story. I'm going to tell you about Nellie Gray. Because in 1973, Roe v. Wade was passed in the US Supreme Court, and Roe v. Wade said that a baby has no human rights throughout pregnancy. And Nellie Gray, she was a successful young woman, but she felt a call on her heart to leave her career. And so in 1974, she quit her job, a very promising career, and she said, I'm going to create the March for Life in the US. People told her not to do it. They said she was wasting her time. And in that first year, 20,000 people rocked up in 1974 for the March for Life. But now, in 2025, the March for Life is the biggest human rights demonstration ever in the
Maybe I should start one. Maybe I should start
And
one.
Nellie Gray, she didn't get to see it. She died in 2012. She never saw Roe v. Wade be overturned. She never saw the fruits of her labour. But what she did paved the way for Roe v. Wade to be overturned. And so what I want to say to you tonight is that's our call. You know, I know I've been given a lot. I'm a professor of law, I have a wonderful husband, 5 beautiful children. But I know that of whom much has been given, even more is expected. And everybody in this crowd today, we have that calling to end abortion and to fight for these babies. And then, what I want to say to you is don't let anybody say to you, you're too young, or you're not smart enough, you don't know how to speak, you don't have the words, you don't have the resources, that idea's not going to work. I've heard it. I've heard that before. But what you must know is you have a call in your heart to save these babies. There's no greater issue than that. And so what I want to say to you tonight, because we're going to sing Amazing Grace in a moment, and that was a song about ending slavery, and that was the greatest injustice of that time. But we are living through the greatest injustice of this time, injecting babies in the heart with poison right up until birth. And so what I want to say to you is as we sing this song, I want you to get the words up on your screen of Amazing Grace, and get your phones out, get the words. Because as we sing it, I want this to be your commitment to saving these babies. Because we are the people that got to live, and we need to stand for the people that never get to live. Can we please welcome Agum, who's going to lead us in Amazing Grace?
South Australia. Let's all sing this together, yeah? Do you have our phones? Do you have our phones out? Let's all get this. All right.
This reminds me of me.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now
is Labor. Because we have most of the Liberals, we have Ray Pangello, we have a couple from Labor like Claire Scriven and Tulno. If they do what they did last year, which was a bill about saving babies after 28 weeks, I think we only need one more vote. And the reality is that vote has to come from Labor. And so I want us to know that if Premier Malinowskis doesn't pass this bill by Christmas, will we vote for him next March?
No!
Let's try that again. If Premier Malinowskis doesn't pass this bill by Christmas, will we vote for him next March?
No!
If Premier Peter Malinowskis doesn't protect the babies by Christmas, will we vote for him next March?
No!
Pass the bill!
Pass the bill! Pass the bill! Pass the bill! Pass the bill! Pass the bill! Pass the bill! Pass the bill!
So right now, we're going to hear from a woman who has really stepped up with courage. We've talked about Charlie Kirk, we've talked about William Wilberforce, we've talked about Nellie Gray. We heard from Simone and Sean, that beautiful young couple who stepped up in courage to share their story. Dr Melissa Lai is the leader of Pro-Life Health Professionals Australia. That's PHPA. Dr Melissa Lai has so much courage to do this because they are going to eat her alive.
No.
And they are going to attack her. I know because they've come after me. And so I just feel so much love and admiration for this woman. Can we please welcome Dr Melissa Lai?
People of Adelaide and South Australia! A few years ago, when abortion was legalised, this government voted to remove a law which had protected babies in utero for over 100 years. Since then, a mother's womb, which was the most protected place for a baby, has become the least protected place. Supporting a mother to terminate her baby throughout the entire pregnancy will result in babies who could survive outside their mothers being terminated. That is not healthcare. Terminating a baby because a mother cannot look after it is not healthcare.
No!
Terminating a baby because she has complex social circumstances is not healthcare.
No!
When a mother is acutely suicidal, they look after her, they admit her and they watch her closely so she will not harm herself or her baby. If she cannot take care of the baby goes to the nursery. That is appropriate healthcare. If a baby has a congenital anomaly that is not lethal, they need to have the appropriate treatment for their condition. Terminating a baby with a congenital anomaly, which is not lethal, is practicing eugenics. That is not healthcare. If a baby has a lethal congenital anomaly, the appropriate healthcare for that baby is palliative care. Babies who terminate doctors who perform termination procedures advocated for law reform because they thought it was appropriate to terminate these babies. It was a smokescreen to change the law so that there was no protection for the baby in utero, and it has led to the death of babies that are normal with no congenital anomalies.
That is not healthcare. The doctors that performed terminations advocated for law reform so they would not have to fear prosecution. Babies need to be protected, the ones that can survive outside their mothers. This is what the bill protects. It protects their life. People who say we don't need legislative change, they don't understand the dynamics involved, because that is the only way to reduce the numbers of babies being terminated who could survive.
Yes.
Those who say this affects a woman's rights come from an extreme ideological position that intentionally devalues the baby in utero. And they talk about them like they're invisible. That is not and never will be healthcare. Politicians who say that this is not a priority should not be in government. A measure of a society is how they protect the most vulnerable.
That's right. That's right.
The question we should be asking is this: was this really the plan? Because it was a big mistake. 79 cases of mistake. Why are we not protecting the lives of babies who can survive outside their mothers when almost every other country in the world does? Thank you, Professor Joanna Howe. Thank you, Minister Sarah Gay, for reinstalling faith and protection and healthcare for mothers and babies.
We are here today to be a voice for the voiceless, but Dr. Melissa Lai, she is a voice for the voiceless too, because there are so many doctors and nurses and midwives who cannot speak up. You know, just earlier in this year, Dr. Jared Park in Melbourne, he lost his medical license because he said abortion is murder, and they went after him. And so for Dr. Melissa Lai to stand up today and to say that abortion is not healthcare, she's putting not just her career on the line, but her life on the line, because she's a mother. This is her security, and yet she is doing it because she knows she has to stand up for the doctors and the nurses and the midwives. Because I think they thought that if they didn't pass that bill, we would go away. But since they didn't pass that bill, our movement has only gotten louder. Our voices have only gotten stronger. And we now see doctors, nurses, midwives, and young women and men stepping up into this fight. PHPA, Pro-Life Health Professionals Australia, is an organisation that was created out of the loss of this bill last year. So, you know, we can already see that change. Another organisation, Bird Flip. So I want you to remember that name, guys. It's called Bird Flip. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram or X, I want you to follow them, because Bird Flip is young women saying enough is enough. We've got Hannah here from Bird Flip's Homicide. And I'm going to invite Elspeth McKellar from Bird Flip, supported by Bethany. And she's going to lead us in our chants tonight. So this is the first time Elspeth's done this. And I'm so proud of Hannah and Elsie and Bethany and all of the Bird Flip girls stepping up into this fight, who are determined to push back on the culture and to say that we are young women and we don't support abortion up to birth. Can we please welcome Elspeth McKellar?
Hello everyone! It is so good to see so many of you out on the street tonight. I want to ask the question. I want to ask, what is worth fighting for? I want to ask it because it's a curious question to ask, isn't it? It seems obvious. But what is worth our resistance? What is worth our strength, our courage? What is worth our
our rage? What is worth our sacrifice? The question really is, if human life is not worth the fight, then what is? If human life is stripped of its sacredness, then what is there to fight for? What is there to build for? What is there to love for? What is there to live for? If we do not fight, if we do not stand in resistance to this horror, then who will? These children were nameless. They were nameless and they were unwanted. They suffered at the hands of their mothers, of the abortionists, of the politicians of our country. We do not overcome evil with evil, but we overcome evil with good. And it is good that we are here on the street in resistance to this horror. It is good that we are a voice for the voiceless. It is good that we are unafraid to speak the truth. We have had enough. We have had enough of being told to be quiet. We have had enough of political correctness. We have had enough of weaponized empathy. We will not be silent anymore. We are all gathered here today because of a stirring on each and every one of our hearts. A stirring that says, these babies are worth the fight. Yes, we are here because we are angry, but we are here. We are here because our hearts ache for these children. Nobody loves them, but we are here to love them. And this right here, this is what our love looks like. This is what our love looks like. A wall of people standing in between the unborn and the evildoers. It is here, on this ground, in this building, where lives are won or lost. And to those politicians, to you politicians, you hold the power, the precious power of a vote. Now use it! And to those politicians who have declared their allegiance to the woke culture, to those politicians who have voted against these babies, for you have blood on your hands! And you politicians will carry this on your conscience for the rest of your days! Now we are going to make ourselves heard. We are going to make these walls tremble. We are going to chant with the sorrow that is in our hearts, with the rage that is in our hearts, with our love and with our passion. We are going to chant for these babies. down as a whisper in our hearts and in our minds. And then it became, we're going to talk about it with our families and in our homes. And then it became, we're going to talk to our friends about it. And then we're going to be brave enough to say this in our workplace. And then we're going to be brave enough to post it online. And then we're going to be brave enough to stand in the streets. And then we are a movement. So the time is now. We're going to start this. We're going to start this as a whisper. Bear with me. It's a little bit of rhythm here. We're going to say, the time is now. And we're going to clap in between and we're going to end up stomping our feet. So the time is now. 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 Now, there are 79 of these babies that we are honouring, that we are remembering, that we are fighting justice for. But we want it to stop there. We don't want the 80th baby to go unnamed and unwanted. So we are going to do a chant now where we chant in, again, bear with me on this. We're going to go group one over on this side, then one group in the middle, and a group over there, and then all together. We're going to count 77, 78, 79, and all together we are going to declare stop. So 77, 78, 79, stop. Right. All right, bear with me. Here, let's go. 77, 78, 79, stop! 77, 78, 79, stop! 77, 78, 79, stop! 77, 78, 79, stop! 77, 78, 79, stop!
Whether you are Muslim or Jew, it has nothing to do country. This has to end. So, tonight, as we conclude, can I ask you to invite our groom back to lead us in Advanced Australian Affairs?
Alright, I'm going to ask if we could all put on our lights again as we sing this together.
As we sing this anthem, if you know it, you don't need to have it out on your phone, but you can actually put the torches up, because it looks amazing. Alright, thank you.
Perfect. Let's all sing this with passion together. Is that alright? Ready? Okay. Oh,